Hey guys, Psychic here, and welcome back to another episode of Cave Factory with me. Hello. I'm back. I did some work, and I just, right out the bat, I gotta show you guys something. So, you know how, like, our polar bears spawned. We're in a snowy tundra. I get rabbits all the time. And I was walking around while I was doing some stuff, and I noticed that I got this funky rabbit. I looked up, and I'm like, what is that? I was like, wait, did I drop a piece of gold at any point? I don't remember messing with any ores. A freaking golden rabbit. It's just a normal rabbit with the skin, I think, but, like, look at this guy. He's a golden-looking rabbit. He's shiny and everything. I love him. I need a name for him. I don't know what to name him right off the bat. I kind of want to call him Dragon, but I don't, which I don't know why. I think it's the eyes that really do it for me. You thinking, like, golden dragons? I don't know, but I kind of want to call him Dragon, but I also want to leave that up to you guys. If you like the name Dragon, I'll do it, but he's so cute. I was so surprised. I didn't know what to think. I have never seen a rabbit that looks like this, so I'm not killing it. I've captured it, and I'm hoping that maybe one day another one will spawn, and maybe, like, I don't know if I were to breed two, if they'd make another golden one, or if it's a weird thing of, like, it's randomly generated with rabbits. I don't know. But, dude, I got a golden rabbit. I love them. So, yeah. But I also did a couple other things. The big thing, if you look on, well, here, let's see it on my map right now. Well, I'll just look out the window. I did build, I mined a bit. Used up quite a bit of Tinker's Bronze over here, but I did mine quite a bit, so I got a whole area that is mined out. I did not mine behind the factory, but I did make a path that goes to it properly. And that big old bit of blue over there is I finally decided to build a little bit of a cave that goes up there and have some water going down. So I was thinking to myself, I'm like, okay, so the reason I made that is because I've always wanted to put water over there. And I could do it this way. But I stopped because there's a quest that it actually is. It's in the first chapter of making a chocolate river or lake, or both. So I was like, oh, I'll just wait till I get to that point, and then I'll put it there, and it'll look really nice. It'll be fine. And then I was really thinking about it, and I was like, no, it won't look very nice. It's chocolate. Chocolate looks like poop. And I do not want a poop river going through my base. So I decided to finally just put the water in and leave it as is. When it comes to the chocolate river or lake, I will do something completely different later in an area that'll probably look a little better and kind of, like, say it's chocolate rather than a sewer system. So that is my hope, at least. So I went ahead and did that. This is a secret. That cave goes to nowhere. It stops right around that corner where you can't see it. So, but I also went ahead, and since I was smelting a lot of stone anyway, I put this little curver thing over here that looks kind of like a bridge over it, so it kind of looks like the water's been hitting and it, like, burst through, which is why this is less refined down here. I was thinking I could extend this to go all the way over here, because I don't plan on really doing much here, unless I put a tree. I could put a fancy tree. Because it looks kind of plain, but I don't have, like, seaweed or plants and stuff. Well, I do have seaweed, but I don't have, like, too much to put in there to make it look more lively. But I also haven't done a lot of texturing towards, like, I could texture a lot of this stone with some andesite and cobblestone and stuff to give it different stuff, but that's a lot of work and survival. So we'll see how far I get. That would probably be more of an afterthought, like, way later in the series to make it look nice. But I made a path. And I know it's complaining. Yeah, I'm just going to use the word complaining. The gabbro that I was using as the path is the color that I needed for the factory, and I ended up going with that for the factory. But then the problem was, what do I do for the path? Because if I have the path go all the way up to the factory with the gabbro, it's just kind of gonna meld together and not look super nice. So I decided, for as a slightly color tone difference, I took some granite and I did the same, like, it's the fancy bricks and the polished stone for the underneath. And I used granite instead, so it goes down and over, and I think it looks pretty nice, and it melds in the middle there, because they're both pink tones, so I think it kind of complements one or another. And then to complement the granite a little bit more, since this is more of a pale color, so instead of using the oak and the... what stone is that? Scoria. I decided to use spruce and dark scoria for the little pillar thing. So that way it does a little bit more of a contrasting of it, so it makes it very distinctly different. But I think it looks nice. And, well, I talked about all the machines last time. I did not touch the water wheel quite yet, because this took quite a while. to dig out and so on and so forth. But what I'm going to go ahead and do, so what I'm thinking what we're going to do for this episode is we were talking last time about cloches and having to do the materials to make diesel, because I did the pack a little out of order, immersive engineering, and that's how I did it, and I'm not going to say anything else about it. But see, this path is so functional. So you go up here. I don't know if I like this part yet because I have it going in and then I had it flat, and I didn't like it either way, but I might just keep it because that's the way it is. Anyway, so yeah, I haven't touched this. I know the power's full now. Yeah. And I could make some more of those to fill it. This will look better later. This is getting so full so fast. So what I was thinking is for the cloches, I don't know where I'm going to put them yet. I was thinking one of two things. Or one of three things, really. What I could do is option number one is I have that basement downstairs. I have the ability to extend it more that way because I don't plan on bringing the hill down at any point. Because you see how it slopes down over here and stuff. I think I'll keep this on the higher end. Now, I know it's lower down there. So it'll slope a little bit on the edge, but that direction it'll stay kind of high. So I could extend the basement that way and just have that portion of the factory underground. I was going to say underwater. I don't know why. Underground. I can do that. I can either, since I've made a lot of space, and this is going to be mostly food-related stuff, so I have to... There's quests for automatic harvesting. There's a quest to make, automatically be able to make every food that is available in the game. So there's a lot of that, and that'll take up a lot of space and effort, I believe. So, and of course, this I can extend out even further once I get to that point. But I can make one of the buildings, because this is producing food. The foods I'm going with, like I said before, I'm going to go with potatoes and wheat seeds. I've looked up a couple things for what's the best thing to use for the refinery, and a lot of people are like, oh, you can use melons, because you grow the melon, and then all you need is a system to break it down into slices, and then you can actually use the slices for the ethanol, and then break that further down into seeds, and have that used for the plant oil. And the problem I'm having with that is I've never done it before. And it scares me. Because I don't know if I have an automatic crafter. I do have the one from Create. I don't like the one from Create. It's big and bulky. Or I can do, there are some other things from Create, so if I look up, I'm going to look up melon. Because what it is so the melon is made in the cloche. It just makes a full melon, and then I can use the melon. Where is it? I can use a metal press here to make it into slices. Or I thought there was a way with Create I can do it. You have shapeless crafting, but that's not exactly it. And then there's the shape crafting, but you would have to... That still doesn't even do. So, try that again. I have to put it into a metal press if I wanted to get slices. No, it'll give me 9 every time, so that's great. And then from there, I believe there should be something. Well, I can use the one shapeless crafting to turn it into a melon seed from there. So it's possible. And just have it all powered by melons. Or, actually, because does this even out? Let me look. So this will make 20, and then if I make it into seeds... Put it in the squeezer. It also makes 20. Okay. So that is even. Because the reason I wanted to do potatoes and wheat seeds is because potatoes makes 80 millibuckets, and the wheat seeds also make 80. The problem with the wheat seeds is because you cannot... It prioritizes making wheat. So it's a 2-to-1. And I looked up the average harvesting for wheat seeds. It's anywhere between 0 to 3 each time you harvest, but on average it's 2.5. I don't know where that math came from, but that's what it told me. So it's like I get 2.5 per harvest, but I don't know. It was a weird math, and I'm not sure. So it ends up being like there's no guarantee that you'll always get more seeds or you get more potatoes. So it actually might be better for us to do it this way, which is sad for me because I was wanting to do it the way I always do it. Well, we can at least start out with, so most of them were talking about, most of the people that I was searching on like Reddit and other similar questionnaire websites They used only 4 cloches for melons because it creates so much melon. If I do only 4, I can just stick it into the existing basement. If I need more than that, oh, my third option is I can, once I break out from behind the factory a little bit, I can just have an attachment connected, and it'll actually help a little bit with the wall being a little flat, but I can also just have like a separate factory that just squoze up next to it, if I was so worried about that, so I don't know. But we need to make cloches, because now we have power, and as long as I start the cloche process, that would help a crap ton. So, but the problem is we need vacuum tubes, and we need an engineer's workbench. So that was actually a quest in the factory. So we're actually doing a quest, which is great. So let's go ahead and look. So we need to make an engineer's workbench, and all that is required is an iron ingot, an engineer's crafting table, which is just some treated sticks on a crafting table, treated wood slabs, and treated wood fence. So really, I just need to grab 1 piece of iron. And then I believe I'll just grab this for the crafting table. And I should have everything else for treated wood in here, and I'm thinking it should be enough. Don't huff at me. So does this work? Does this work? No, that doesn't work the way I want it to. Okay, that's okay. So, I need the crafting table. Hang on, I gotta find it. I don't feel like clicking. Here I go. Where is it? Did I skip over it? No, it just doesn't use that. Okay, 3 and then 2 sticks. That polar bear is just so upset with me. I know he's on a leash. It's not comfortable, but that's just the way it is. All right. Oh, I need 1. Did I have an extra fence? Nope. Okay. Engineer's workbench. Time to tinker. Nice. Okay. I'm gonna put this in here. For right now, because I don't use this chest, I'm just gonna put it right. Nope. Here. I'll just move this over. Oops. This will probably be moved in the future. I'm not sure yet. But I did that, so that's going to go ahead and give us a engineer's blueprint for common projectiles, which automatically completes our quest for an engineer's blueprint. But we actually need a specific type of engineer's blueprint, because if I put this in here, you see it can only make arms piercer cartridge, buckshot cartridge, just like, you know, ammo. So I'm going to put that in there. And we're going to go ahead and grab stuff to make a blueprint to make the types of tubes. So that's banner patterns, common projectiles, crafting components, vacuum tube. This is the one we want this third one over. So all it is blue dye, some paper. I don't have enough paper, but that's okay. Blue dye is 1, 2, 3. That was 4, but that's okay. So that's our paper, that's the blue dye, and then I believe we need iron, aluminum, and copper. So copper, iron, aluminum. And this should give us exactly what we're looking for. There. So now if I go ahead and put this in here, it should give us the option to make, yep, vacuum tube. So it's 1 piece of glass. I know it's giving me all the options, but it's a piece of glass, a nickel plate, copper wire, and redstone dust. So we'll be able to do that. Now, do I have nickel? Yes. Okay, that's not an alloy. My brain, for whatever reason, was like, hey, that's an alloy. No. So we're going to go turn this into some stuff. I'm going to just make 16 because I believe... Close. It makes 3 per. So I actually probably don't even need that many. Because if I'm only going to make 4 right now, I'd only have to do this twice. If I want to use all of... What else do I use vacuum tubes for? I use it for a flash bulb. Anyway. Powered lantern and floodlight logic unit. Amplifier. I haven't used any of these before. Maybe I'll just make... Hang on. If it's 3 per... I can make 6. Yeah, if I just do it twice, I'll make 6. So I need 2 plates. Sorry that math took too long. I need iron mechanical components, which is fine. So I need, what I said, I'm making 6 of these now. 2, 4, 5, 6. Let's see, what else? So I need lots of glass, I need some treated wood. Now I only have 15 left. But if I'm only making 6, I only need 12. So that should work. And then I need lots of glass. Now how much glass do I have? I have 51, that's great. So 51 times, nope, 4 times 6 is 24. So let's go ahead and grab that. Okay, and then more for the vacuum tubes. We just need more glass, but I'm only doing this twice, so 1, 2. I need redstone and then copper wire. Okay. So 2 that, and then some copper wire. I believe for the copper wire, all I need is a copper plate. Which I don't have any extra, but that's okay. And then I need this engineer's wire. So let me go ahead and create... Actually... Curious. Just double checking if this will work. Aha! It does work. So I don't have to do this back and forth business. Hey! Do that. And then I'll just throw these items in here. Get me my vacuum tubes. Cool. And then make my cloches. 6 cloches. Yay! So now we just have to have the ability to power these. Now we have some LV wire connectors, LV wire relays. Since I'm just making 6 of them, I'm just going to stick them in the basement for now because I'm not making a whole thing of tanks quite yet. But yes. So insulated LV wire coil, and that should be... No, we need fluid pipes. All right. One of the things that is required for the cloches, if I remember correctly, outside of just energy, is water. So we'll have to have enough water to pull. And that also means I need a fluid pump. So we have one, but we're using it right now. So it's 3, an iron thing. And then some iron plates. 1, 2, 3. There we go. So fluid pump. And then for that, all we need is a lever. And then I have... cobblestone in here. Okay. So we need a lever, and then the fluid pump I don't think requires energy. I'm not using it for the other things, so it may, and like on the top I think it shows that it can use energy, but I wonder if that's just to up the speed. I need my hammer. And then I'll probably actually need more connectors, so that takes some terracotta, which I have 17 of, so 4, and then just some copper. I know, it sucks over here. I don't want to let you go, though, because you'll despawn. And or attack my magic rabbit. So, if I want some more of these, I need some more copper, and then and some sticks. That's pretty easy. And it's 1 per, but this will make 4. So each, yeah. I'll do it this way. Hopefully this doesn't break my hammer. Nope. Cool. And I'm not going to bother, I don't think, with insulating these right now. I'll insulate them later. Because, honestly, I shouldn't die from getting shocked with anything. So I'll actually leave the insulated ones here, because this should be all that I need. I have water in my inventory. I stood at that little water hole that we have over there, and I just, like, held right-click down. For a while, it just picked up so much water. That's why this is able to be filled so much. This also makes getting water for me a little bit easier, too. I was thinking, because the water wheel we have down there is, like, putting something over here for it, but I don't think there's really enough space to make it look nice and functional all in the same way. So I have ideas of, like, having this going through somewhere, maybe at the back, having some water wheel business going on. It looks like the river, like, wraps around or something like that. But I haven't quite gotten to that point. Also, I needed melon seeds. Melons! Forgot. I think the seeds are in my house. They're either in the house or they're in here, or both. Let's see. I have some melon seeds. That's great. I only need 6. So we're just gonna set this up to go, and then I'll worry about transportation later. So we'll need transportation and then also crafting, but it's just a metal press and then one of the create items, which requires such little turning energy. I think I can squeeze some stuff in there. Or I can make a mini building. I just really just need to extend the basement. I don't think it'll be that big of a problem to do it that way. So let's go down here. So this is where our power is coming from, which is probably the wrong end. I'm not going to worry about it. So we have 6 cloches. I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They all require... Oop, that's why I don't have enough. So I probably won't power all of these. So if we can get at least 2 or 3. We'll do half. 1. Oh, yeah, that's how this works. There we go. Do that. And what we can do for now is this LV wire relay can just kind of hang out. This looks so bad, but this is how I'm doing it. Just kind of like wrap it. Will this connect to this? And this connect to this? Nope. Okay. Let's go out one more. This connect to this. This connect to this. I knew that would happen. And then this can connect to each of these, but actually I'm going to have it not connected right now because I need to figure out our water situation. So the water will go behind it. So, oh gosh, this will not be an even number, but that's okay. I say okay with such hesitancy. So all I need is to do that, and then this pump will exist here, because I believe it should just take it out of the bottom. Oh, I'm helping here. Okay, and then this should just have to connect to this, like this. 3, 4, 6. I'll have the lever on this side, but I also need the hammer to do an export. Fluid input, fluid output. And then this does require energy, okay. Okay, so maybe have this wire connected to here. Boop, and boop, and boop, and boop. Is this filling? No, because I don't have the lever on. Turn the lever on. Water! Cool. So now we have water in these, so now we just need to connect power to the top, which I can do by doing so. And then, oop, the one thing I forgot was dirt. I need dirt. I'll be right back. So already this is like, it's taken half the energy. Just by filling. But I don't know how much energy it'll take once it starts producing. I don't know I don't know math anymore. That's what I've learned. You need to do more research for these mods sometimes. It's just difficult because it's like on one hand for a lot of mods, I want to keep it, like I want to learn it myself because I feel like that should be part of the experience for whatever you're doing is learning how to do it for yourself. But then it's also like, hey, you just have no idea how to do this. You need to look up a tutorial, and it's like, okay. So like I know how to do this, but I don't know all the like particular math. Okay. So I guess when you put dirt, no, never mind. So both of these, I believe, on the top are exports. Yellow means export. So once it starts producing, it'll do that. But let me go ahead and throw some seeds in there. So I'm only going to have the 3. And also remember, this will go faster if I decide to put bone meal in it, which I haven't, but I have the opportunity to do so. See, look at them already growing. So this should grow. Yep. But not produce. So I guess it's not 100% chance every time. Come on. Oh, now it's growing a melon. I see the melons now. It was doing a weird, like, pre-growth thing. Okay. Look at the melons go. That looks really cool. I like it when they do this thing, because it actually looks like it's growing. Ooh, 1 melon. Okay. So this is running. How much energy is it taking? It's keeping up. Okay, that's good. That's good. That's good. So this 3 water wheel speed at the bare minimum is enough to keep up with 4 or 3 of these. Now, what if I add a 4th? Oh, geez. Okay, that does connect. It does reach. Put that in there. Put this in there. Okay. Now that's going. And how's the energy working? Remember, it's producing faster. See, that number's going up. It had to go down because I had to fill the thing with energy in the first place, but it's going up. So that means at least with the bare minimum of 4, which is what I'm told should be enough, it can keep up with at least this process. Now, when it comes to the metal press, which I have one upstairs, but I'm going to leave that one up there. I'll just make another one. So having these output into a metal press and then only some. My problem is having only some being to the metal press, or some splitting up the load of having only some go after they leave the metal press going straight to the machine, then some going straight to being into seeds. That's my problem. And it's also like for the automated shape crafting, can you automatically input into it? Because I stopped paying attention at that point of the tutorial. So that might be a problem, unless there is an auto crafter somewhere here. The basic crafting table, basic auto crafting. That's complicated. Never mind. I don't know what a black iron ingot is. Oh, it's with black dye. I don't have black dye. That's interesting. Glowstone crafting. You have the assembler, but that seems complicated. It doesn't look like anything's automated here, but I also could be wrong. But if I can use the automated shape crafting, that would be great. Can I ponder? Uh-huh. Can we, like, yep. Items can be inserted to crafters automatically. Cool. So I can do that. Using the wrench at their backs, mechanical crafters' inputs can be combined. Oh, that's nice. All connected crafters can now be accessible by the same input. Cool. So all I have to do is just have one, because it's just a recipe of one, and have it automatically craft, and then have it go out into a depot and or a belt, and then have that configured somehow with the immersive engineering belts. Okay, cool. Wow, I've been recording a long time. Okay. My brain takes a while, but everything's keeping up, so this is good. So, we're at the end of this episode. I think in between episodes, I'm going to try to make this look prettier, because I think I've just decided to keep it downstairs for now. Though what I might do, because I'm trying to think, is I could keep these tanks, because I really wanted this room to be just tanks. I could, make a hallway that goes, like, behind this. So tear all this down, which would suck because I just did this, but tear all this down and make a hallway that goes behind this wall and have it as a separate area. Because even though the input's right here, it would be in the back anyway because the input's here. So if I go it through the wall here, that actually might look and function better. So I think that's what we'll do is I'll extend this basement out that way, but have a hallway going to a separate room that's back there. That way I can keep my tanks kind of going farther a little bit without... because I hope actually I'll need more tanks. If I'm not, then that's a problem. But yeah, but I think that's all I'll do in between episodes. Yeah. So yeah, if you guys have any tips, tricks, or anything like that, please put it down in the comments below. I always greatly appreciate it. I hope you guys are enjoying the series as much as I am. And yeah, I think that's all I got. So I will see y'all in the next one. Bye bye.